All right, everybody, Dur here with a quick little video to review the difference between a common noun and a proper noun. So you'll notice at the top of your guided note sheet, we've got 3 specific learning targets for this particular video and for this particular topic. You should be able to, number 1, explain the difference between a common and proper noun. Number 2, identify common and proper nouns. And then number 3, determine which of those need to be proper or capitalized in order to be accurate. So how do we apply the rules of capitalization to common and proper nouns? All right. If you have your guided notes with you, feel free to follow along right now, or feel free to watch this whole video all the way through, then fill out your notes, or feel free to pause it. It's up to you, however it's going to work best. All right. So this is not going to take very long, and most of this should be a review, but it's an important topic to get right as 8th graders. So here we go. First and foremost, what is a common noun? All right, a common noun names any one group of people, places, things, or ideas. So this is pretty much just taking, all right, and giving us, all right, a regular noun, like a regular classical noun. All right, these do not begin with capital letters. Like we're just saying, oh, yeah, my friend, or I went to the store, or I like basketball. All right, we're not going to capitalize any of those things. So if we look at our examples here, these are really very basic ideas. We're not looking at anything specific. Now, when we look at the idea of a proper noun, all right, a proper noun, the main difference here, right, is that this is going to be a particular person, place, thing, or idea. Now that word particular is just another word for specific. So talking about one specific thing. Okay. Proper nouns always begin with a capital letter. So instead of saying basketball, I might say the Washington Wizards. Or instead of saying I went out to eat, I might say I went to Chipotle. And that's a specific place. So that would be a proper noun. And when we do that, we would capitalize those things. So looking at our examples here, the United States of America is a specific country, or Tom Holland is a specific actor, or Fall Out Boy is a specific band. Okay, so notice these are all capitalized. All right, all of the different parts of that thing are capitalized. All right, now looking at our next idea, let's look at a couple of examples. Remember, so our common nouns, those are not going to be capitalized. So if we look here, we just see the word uncle, right? Not any specific uncle, just like, oh yeah, I have an uncle. Okay. Country, not a specific country. Thing would be a movie. Idea would be war. But if I look at these ones over here, these proper nouns, now notice I've had to capitalize these. Uncle Joe, that's a specific uncle. Brazil, that's a specific country. Black Panther, that's a specific movie. Same thing with Civil War, that's a specific war. Okay, so as soon as we target it to something specific, now we've got a proper noun, and we're going to need to capitalize that. All right, so that's all that you need for your notes. We're going to go on to some practice. I'm going to walk you through that right here, and then that's going to be in the next part of the lesson. All right, so just a quick understanding of what you're going to do for your practice. There is a chart. On one side, it's going to list the common nouns. On the other side, it's going to list the proper nouns. For the first one, notice it's nation and then South Korea. This would be a specific nation, so this is capitalized. Okay, Michael Phelps is the name of a specific athlete. So you'd put just the word athlete, or even swimmer if you knew who he was over here. If you don't know some of these things, all right, you could fill this in with something that you think might be right, but we're looking for something that's going to pair up. So a common noun and then a proper noun. So a ordinary item and then a specific one that relates to this. Okay, so for the musician, you're going to need a specific musician. All right, on the next page, this is also at the bottom of your guided notes sheet. All right, and we can go through and kind of look at this together just to get an idea of it, right? You're going to use pink and yellow to help us here. Remember, P for pink is going to go for our proper nouns. All right, so if we look at this example, it says social media has been around for far longer than teens today recognize. Early computer-based platforms like MySpace and Friendster were created over 20 years ago. In fact, the first social media platform, 6 Degrees, was created in 1997. Today, cell phone applications make social media available in the palm of your hand. Currently, the most popular social media apps among teens are TikTok, Snapchat, and WhatsApp, while social media apps like Facebook and Instagram appeal to an older generation. Okay, so just to get you started on this, which is going to be part of your practice, okay, if we look very basically here, even at this idea of social media, this is going to be yellow because this is a thing. This is not a specific social media, all right? But that's just regular old social media. It could be anything. We're going to leave that lowercase. Now, this little s has to be capitalized. Remember, it's the first letter in our sentence. Okay. Um, Teens, oops, I have to go back to my yellow, right? Teens, those are ordinary things, ordinary people. It's not specific teens. All right. Same thing with a word like computer, right? Computer would just be like an ordinary noun, right? An ordinary thing. But if I'm looking for a proper noun in this mix right here, words like MySpace, all right, or Friendster, because now we're talking about specific applications. Okay, so when you get to this part of the practice, make sure that you're looking at each of these sentences and examples really, really carefully. All right, and then last, you're going to go over to where our materials are stored. You're going to find the little bag with the sort, right? You're going to grab out the sort. There's a picture that's located on your slide deck right there for it. And then also when you're done, you're going to snap a photo of your completed sort. And then from there, you are going to submit this document and then you're going to be all done with this part of the lesson. So get to it, rewatch it if you need to. Let me know if you need any help. C3 before me, find a buddy, ask a friend. All right, I know you could do it. I believe in you. Let's make it happen.